Hello and welcome to the 7th season of the Ozzy Award-winning Oswego Sports Update. I'm Josh Kay, filling in for Joe Maggs and Blaze Hill while they're traveling the world.
And I'm Adam Rupsick. This first show, not going to be a bad one. We got a lot going on. NFL Week 3, baseball playoffs, and some good Oswego sports. OSU starts now.
The Oswego State women's soccer team won their third straight game on Friday, beating DUville 1-0 in front of the home crowd. The Lakers currently 5-2 on the season, and with SUNYAC starting this weekend, Adam, how will the team's hot streak continue in conference play?
Well, we talked about this team, in the last week in our run-through the preseason. They looked all right coming in. 5 wins on the year, 5-2.
Right.
They're 3 straight wins,
Yep.
and the last 2 have been shutouts. So
Right.
let's talk into that. That's an accomplishment in itself. Shutout at this level, good goaltending, good defense. They're getting it done.
Well, you know what I was really impressed with is 3 shots they allowed in the DUville game. That goes all the way back to the defense. Raquel Vecchio, Georgia Trainer, those 2 really anchor the defense. And I always say, and I'll always commit to it, that you win championships by defense. You win games by defense. So if your defense is solid, you push it forward. And then you've got people like Tia Sagredo, SUNYAC Offensive Player of the Week, and how can you forget Nikki Liadka?
How can you forget her? She is great.
Cannot.
Saw her on campus today. Had to compliment on the goals. She's been putting in great asset to this
Right.
team. She's been all the way. She's got a good accomplice there, player of the week. So I really like this team, like what they're
Right.
doing. They're showing good things early on in the season. Got some momentum going into SUNYAC.
Yeah, the big thing I look forward in SUNYAC is can they sustain it? Bree Dolan in the midfield, she's going to be key, as well as obviously Nikki Liadka. She leads the SUNYAC right now, 8 goals. So she's having a phenomenal game. We are going to get one of those female soccers as an athlete in here one of these coming weeks, so stay tuned for that one.
All right, somebody turn the heat up. The Oswego State volleyball team has rattled off 5 straight wins, 4 of which that came during Oswego Fall Classic tournament last weekend, which was brought to you live by WTOP 10 Sports. Josh, we talked about improvements for this team. They sure showed some. Can they continue?
You know what? I think they can. They went 4-0 in the tournament this weekend. They went 2-2 in the tournament they hosted the previous weekend. So the things I look for is can they come back from adversity? In one of the tournaments they played 2 weeks ago, they lost the first 2 games, won the last 3. In the final game of the tournament that we covered this past weekend, lost the first 2 games, won the final 3. So this team comes through adversity, and it's all led by Stephanie Bailey. She had 30 kills in the tournament this past weekend. They're on a roll, and I think they can continue.
Yeah, and as a team, they're playing great. You look, they have 630 kills. That's 70 more than their opponents.
Right.
So they're getting out there, they're scoring, they're more intimidating up at the net. You talked about Stephanie Bailey, obviously the MVP of this team, thus far. 135 kills, 49 blocks. But then you look down the stat sheet a little, 4 players after her with over 70 kills coming in. So there's a lot of other players contributing for this team. They're all around that 70 up to 100 range. They all get going in the middle of the season along with Stephanie Bailey. This team's going to be tough to stop.
I always look for a spark plug on most teams, and in this team, it's Sabrina Sutton. What she brings to the team, her flair, her style of play, I think it really complements them very well. What I like to see from her is can she dig out of the corners? And she was successful in most of those games. You see spikes from the opponents. They're really dug out of the corner. They're set up their offense, and they go. And I think it's a true testament to Coach J.J. O'Connell. We talked about it last week, and how he's really helped this team, improve year after year. They're now 12-5 on the season. They go into pool play for the SUNYAC. There are 3 tournaments for the SUNYAC, so you play 6 different teams. This coming weekend, they play at Cortland. They got Cortland, Oneonta, and Potsdam. If they're able to win 2 of those games, because 2 of those opponents they lost to last year, they could be in for a big season. All right, while the women's team is continuing to experience success, the struggles continue for the men's soccer team. After dropping a game at Wells College on Saturday by a tally of 3-1, the Lakers lost again today in a double overtime heartbreaker. Okay, Adam, is it time to write off the Lakers yet?
Yeah, I think it is. I gave them a chance. I always give them a chance in the beginning of the year. They kind of look like they're going to be okay in the preseason. Don't get some wins. Maybe they're just starting slow. I don't know about this year. They're just not playing well on all cylinders. Only team without a win in the whole SUNYAC.
Yep.
They're about to start SUNYAC play. They do play New Paltz New Paltz is the second worst team in the SUNYAC as of right now.
Right.
And you never know what can go on, who played who out of conference, anything like that before the season starts. But going in, they're the only team in the SUNYAC without a win.
Right.
Going into SUNYAC play, a lot of good teams in that. Potsdam, I think, is 6-3.
Yep.
They're usually at the lower end of the SUNYAC. Cortland's always up there. They're in the middle. So it's going to be a tough league to get through. And without a win going in, where's your confidence? You got to have some confidence to get it going. I don't like it.
There are two problems I see with this team. One is they're averaging 1 goal a game. You're not going to win many games if you can only average 1 goal a game. You don't get a lot of flow going for your team. Secondly, they're getting outscored 8-2 in the second half. Now, I'm no mathematician, but if you can't come to play in the second half, you're really not going to have success. So you look at their 2 games in the SUNYAC when they start this weekend. They played New Paltz and Oneonta at home. New Paltz, like you mentioned, is a team they can beat. However, Oneonta, led by Dylan Williams, Alex Wanowski, and Zaf Serjan, both have at least 7 points each for that team. So they have a triple threat. Oswego, where does their offense come? Mike Knabb, he was good last year, really struggling this year. I don't know if they can bring it.
It's going to be a battle. Oswego State didn't stop running in this weekend's Houghton Highlander Invitational as the men and women's cross-country teams finished 4th and 6th, respectively. With a few meets left, can this team get a first-place finish?
I think they can. And what I look to is I look for their anchor. They have to have an anchor on the team who can lead them, can kind of get some separation between him and the other guys on the squad. Nick Mantasano, he finished first for the Lakers this past weekend, 11th overall, 27 minutes, 12.33 seconds. I think he can really spell some of the struggles that the rest of the team has.
Yeah, I like the season on this for this cross-country team. You look, they have 7 seniors on their squad. They've been here. This is their 4th time at it, going at it. They know the course out there. They know where they can pick up time.
Sure.
But Nick, he is a junior, so that's some leadership too. He's finishing top of the men's team. On the defensive end, Emily Yurden finished 7th. That's a top 10 finish for them. So they got some runners up there that can get it done.
Yeah, you know what? I would be cautious, though, for this women's team because in their first meet of the season, they finished first. Second meet, tied for 4th, now tied for 6th. You got to have some consistency and be able to push yourself back up. We haven't seen some of their stars that they've had in the past couple of years, so those guys, at some point, really need to step up. All right, coming up on Oswego Sports Update, we'll throw some stories up for grabs. Stick with us.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those hands.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, and this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Down 70 to 35, and the Cougars were getting smoked like a cheap cigar.
A survey done by the Lifestyle Center found that 58.2% of SUNY Oswego students believe that the typical student consumes alcohol daily. In actuality, it's only 0.7%.
Hey, did you want to come out to that party with us tonight?
No, thanks, I'm good. What about late night?
Yeah, let's go.
Great.
Overcoming misconceptions. Now that's style. This message was brought to you by the Lifestyle Center. For more information, visit oswego.edu/lifestyles.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
Welcome back to OSU. Let's throw some topics up for grabs with the man, the myth, the legend, WTOP's very own star golfer, Daniel North. Anything good over there for us, Tiger?
All right, Adam. Well, after week 3, there are some big-name teams out there that are in trouble. The Steelers, Redskins, and New York Football Giants are among those teams. Guys, who's in more trouble right now?
You know, honestly, Adam, for me, it's the Washington Redskins. They're 30th in opponent passing yards. They give up over 330. They're 31st in opponent rushing yards. They give up over 155. And with RG3 not very healthy, you know, I don't really see where their success is coming from.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a tough loss. Bob Griffin out there, but he is hurt. I mean, he comes out there, he's playing with that knee brace. He's still getting used to it. Played 0 preseason snaps. He's out there, he's just getting back in the swing of things. He's thrown over 300 yards in all the games. He just got to get a few wins. I mean, they play the Packers. The Lions are pretty good this year. And the Eagles played hot in that first game. So, I mean, it's tough schedule thus far.
Sure.
I don't think there's in much trouble as the Giants. Giants here, Eli Manning has won 2 Super Bowls. They got a pretty good receiving core. I'm not saying their team is up to par. There's some lacks throughout the team, but they should be getting it done. And going into it, that division is up for grabs. They could go and get it.
Well, let me tell you this, though. I would say the New York Giants have done this before. You've seen their slow start. They're able to turn around. Eli, you know, David Wilson coming back. They've got some receivers. What does RG3 have? He doesn't really have. He's got Alfred Morris, but he's a second-year guy. Can he be really successsul?
I mean, Garcon's putting it up for him. Garcon's all right.
Yeah, but he's no salsa time.
I mean, I think the Giants, they lost 38-0 to the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
So, what's next, Dan?
All right, well, although there are some teams struggling, there are several teams that have won all 3 of their games so far. Among them are New England, Seattle, New Orleans, Chicago, and Denver, and the storming Kansas City Chiefs. Who has the best shot of making it to MetLife for the Super Bowl this season, guys?
Well, I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Right now, I think they look like the best team in the NFL. Russell Wilson playing great second-year QB there. Good fantasy pickup.
I love him.
We go through it. Good team. When Percy Harvin gets back on this team, they're going to be even better. Their defense is solid. Richard Sherman, a great defensive back. And then the backfield, beast mode.
Yeah, let's get some Skittles. For the sake of arguing, because I love Seattle and I love what they're doing, I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints. Here's why. No one went out and acquired a Sean Payton. Sean Payton is a one-of-a-kind coach who really brings a different type of style. He energizes the team, you know, and he's really able to bring out, you know, a lot of good things in Drew Brees and the offensive line and what they try to do. And bringing in Rob Ryan was also huge. I think with the defense starting to shape up, they're doing really well. 5th in opponent passing yards, 184. That's it. They play Miami, Chicago, and New England. Those are winnable games. I think they can do it. Dan, what do you got for us?
All right, this weekend was a big relief for a lot of teams in baseball, as the Braves, A's, Dodgers, and Red Sox all clinched their divisions. As we move closer and closer to October, who do you have coming out on top of the AL and the NL?
Well, we'll start over in the NL. I really like. At first, I was gonna go with Atlanta. They've been sitting up top there, quiet good all year, but I'm going with the Dodgers. They had that hot streak after the All-Star break. Lights out. Great team. They showed their true potential there. I think they're going to come on in the playoffs. AL, little curveball. Cleveland Indians. It's their time. They finally make the playoffs. They're going to ride it in. Swisher's going to hit a few home runs. Cleveland, Dodgers, World Series.
You know what? I do respect Terry Franco, and picking up Nick Swisher was huge. However, in Oakland, it's all about the money ball. AL, Oakland's coming out. I don't really see anyone challenging them. You know, their pitching is good, their bullpen is good, and they've got no-name guys really producing that, you know, you're not seeing before. The guys like Josh Reddick, Yohannes Cespedes, Coco Crisp. I like the Oakland A's to come out of the AL. And in the NL, I got to go no one else but the St. Louis Cardinals. I know Dan and I will be proud of that pick. They wins above replacement as a team are higher than any other team in the MLB. I think that's a huge stat. Their bullpen's good. Their starting pitching, very young. They've got a lot of good pitchers. Wainwright anchoring the team. So I really think they have a good shot at going. So I've got St. Louis, Oakland.
We'll see. Dan?
All right, some good picks. Sticking with baseball this weekend, without a doubt, the most prolific closer in the history of Major League Baseball was honored at Yankee Stadium. Walking out to Metallica's Enter Sandman was Mariano Rivera, as the Yankee organization and all of New York paid tribute to one of the best. What do you guys make of Rivera's legacy?
Well, Dan, I really think that you know, this is something that shouldn't be taken lightly. I really think that Mariano Rivera, first ballot Hall of Famer. When you look at the numbers, he really possesses a lot of traits that you would want. You know, his postseason numbers look good. He's the all-time saves leader. When I was watching that ceremony yesterday, Adam, I don't know about you, but you know, I was moved to tears. There were a few times where I thought I could have shed some tears, but you know, Mariano Rivera, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, great legacy in the Hall of Fame era right now, where it's kind of been a little tarnished, you know, with the steroid use. I think this coming out, a pure player, a great Yankee legend, a legend of baseball. I'll just read off his stats because there's words can't describe.
Right.
ERA under 3, 652 saves, 1,173 strikeouts. Mariano Rivera, great career. Thanks, Dan. Don't let go of that lead. We'll be coming back to you on the 18th hole. Up next, we'll catch up with our athlete of the week. Stay tuned.
So, are you going out tonight?
I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work.
That's so gay.
Totally gay.
Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia. Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia?
Well, you know, when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone.
Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit. Blue, 42, hike! Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
Welcome back to Oswego Sports Update. Adam and I are now joined by Oswego State golf phenom Kyle Gillard. Man, a lot of golfers. Kyle, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Now, let me ask you, we were doing some background research on you and looking at your stats. You finished first place in the tournament that you guys had last weekend. Talk to me a little bit about that experience.
Oh, yeah, I was having a very good day, played very well, just had a solid game plan. Definitely prepared myself the night before to get in the fairway, on the greens for each and every hole, just playing it safe.
Playing golf in this area of the country, especially this area of the state, right in Oswego, right off the lake and at the country club, every player has a specialty to their game. What's your specialty that helps you in kind of a not prime golf conditions up here?
Well, definitely back at home, I play at a course where it's like right on the Atlantic, so it's always windy. So the conditions were very windy and it was raining, so I'm pretty sure that the field wasn't used to playing in conditions like that. So I was definitely prepared to play very well that day. Yeah, used to those conditions.
Now, we talk a lot about, and we talked with Dan North, our resident golfer on here, about the new USGA rule about not anchoring the putters anymore. Are you a traditional guy, or did you anchor? What's your thoughts on that rule?
I am a traditional guy. I actually have a mentor back at home. He uses an anchor putter, and I have to be honest, I actually find them very unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely stick to traditional. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So you'll be ready in 2016
I'll be
on
ready.
the Switch?
Yes, I will.
Now, personally, your game, what do you think your best part of your game is right now?
As for now, it's putting. Putting is where,
it's where you score.
It's where you score. It's the only thing that matters.
Now, outside of golf, everyone loves golf. Adam and I, huge golf fans. What kind of things do you like to do?
I really enjoy snowboarding during the winter.
Yeah.
It's like my off-season sport. Yeah, I usually go around like Hunter Mountain, somewhere in the Central New York. Yep.
Well, we were talking a little before the show. Obviously, this isn't the first time you've golfed here at SUNY Oswego. Had a pretty good career, traveled all around.
Yeah.
Take us through some of what you were telling us earlier about the crazy places you've played golf.
Oh yeah, I've played in Pebble Beach. I've played in Ireland at the K Club. So I've been around. Played in Cancun, Mexico. So I've done a lot of traveling.
Certainly, yeah. There's a lot of courses on your bucket list and mine that you've already knocked off so far. We'll get you out of here on this last one. You guys are playing in Elmira tomorrow, I believe.
Yes.
What do you know about the course? What do you know about the team?
Blind. I've never been to this course before, so it'll be all new to me.
All right, well, there you have it. Kyle Gillard joining us. Thanks, Kyle, so much. Coming up, we will see who needs help. Stick with us. This is Oswego Sports Update.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good, and that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
We are the Tigers from Pet 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Woodsy Owl, and I'm here to tell you about a dirty word, water pollution. Kids, it's up to us to keep our lakes and streams clean and beautiful. We've been polluting the water with all kinds of junk like paper, cans, and gooey gunk. It looks ugly, and it's killing our fish and ducks. Please don't throw junk in the water. Give a hoot. Don't pollute.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Woo-hoo!
Stop. What's she doing? She was a passenger. I was deboning on the passenger side.
We just had some wine. I wasn't even drunk, I was just buzzed.
What? You were just buzzed? Well, sir, you didn't tell us that. In that case, she's just fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Welcome back to OSU. Hey, Dan, how you doing over there? You need some help reading that putt?
Adam, I'm sure you could give me a lot of help on that putt. But the Denver Broncos linebacker Von Miller is currently suspended as he got caught trying to cheat the NFL's drug test with help of a urine collector. We all know that the loss of Von Miller on the football field will affect the Denver Broncos, but how will this affect the National Football League and their drug testing policy?
You know, Adam, I've been a huge proponent of drug testing in every sport, and I'm getting to the point where I'm sick of all these guys failing a test, doing something wrong, and then getting like a 6-game suspension. And yes, they come out and formally apologize for it, but do they really mean it? Like, I don't know where that stands, in regards to how the legal side of it is fitting in.
When you're at this level, the National Football League, any professional sport, you paid millions of dollars in front of millions of people with millions of role models under you.
Yeah.
People look up to you.
Sure.
Okay. A situation like this can't happen. I mean, there's no possible way you can put yourself in this situation. Von Miller liked to have a little fun, hit the reefer a few times. You go into it, then he tries to get someone else for his drug test.
Yeah.
That even pushes it farther. Then he gets pulled over for speeding without a license the week later, and on top of this, suspended for the whole year. In my eyes.
You know what? And I'll say this, for those of you who don't know the whole story, he failed a drug test. Now he's speeding with stuff like that. That's not setting a good example. You talk about being role models. I think the 49ers should suspend him the entire season. Set an example, set a precedent, because the NFL, they can only do so much before there's another outcry.
All right, moving from one bad situation to another, San Francisco 49er Aldon Smith will be leaving the team for an undisclosed amount of time as he needs to take care of some off-field issues. Smith was arrested on a DWI charge Friday morning and wants to get his act together before he comes back to the team. What do you guys make of the 49ers defensive star?
Well, here I'm in the same kind of deal.
Exactly.
I mean, you go in and that's even I think worse. Driving out there, you're endangering other people.
Right.
As a professional athlete. But it looks like maybe there's some more problems to it. He's going to some rehab now and figuring all that out. So I think there's maybe a little more to this one, but still unacceptable.
Here's what I think, and I'll pose this to you. There should be a strike system in place. I think they should put a strike system in place. First strike, it's a warning, and maybe you go through some classes for rehab. Second strike, it's a suspension. Third strike, you're banned for life. MLB was talking about that with the whole steroids thing, and it's not just with a DUI case. It's with drug test violations and cheating on the game. I think that's maybe what they should do, because when is the message going to get through to these guys? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any glimpse of guys turning around. Because think of this, Aldon Smith, he could be a Hall of Famer. He could be wearing that tan jacket in Canton in 15, 20 years. Where's the line? Where's he going to drop?
Yeah.
All right, trying to pick the mood up on football a little bit here. Everyone thought the Cleveland Browns were headed downhill after they traded former first-round draft pick Trent Richardson away to the Colts. But the Browns came away with a 31-27 win over the Vikings on Sunday. What do you guys think of the Browns' performance, and where are they headed?
You know what? Brian Hoyer. I'll be a homer on this one. Former New England Patriots quarterback. Guess what? He leads the team on a couple drives. The key to them, though, is their tight end. Jordan Cameron, the new tight end. Joe Maggs, if you're watching this, you picked him up in fantasy, and I didn't think anything of it. You're beating me now. They've got some pieces, and now that they've got the draft picks to show for it, I think they could be successful.
Right now, my biggest advice to them, start watching college game film, okay? You're going to have two big picks coming up. You're going to need a quarterback. Mr. Hoyer, I do respect him. I'm a big Michigan State fan. Saw him play at Michigan State in East Lansing, so I'm a fan there. But they're going to need a quarterback, and I think with if they get the first pick, they can get Clowney, a quarterback. They're looking good. So they really need to look at who's going to stand out. I think they got to get a quarterback.
I'll ask you this one. They need a quarterback. Do you look at Greg McElroy at Alabama? He could be someone in the late first round worth the pick from the Colts. Do you like him?
A.J. McCarron.
A.J. McCarron. Wow. He was a former quarterback.
Teddy Bridgewater, best quarterback coming up.
Do you think they'll be high enough, though, to get that pick?
Unless they take him first overall. If
Which
they get the
lose
first overall
Clowney.
pick.
Yeah.
All right, the show is almost over, so we're about 2 minutes to go. We're coming down to the wire. The Washington Capitals announced that they will be hosting the 2015 Winter Classic, and smart move by the NHL.
I don't think so. You're in Washington, 44-degree weather in January. How you freeze that ice? Henrik Stenson won the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup Championship, earning him $11.4 million in one weekend. Were you surprised with his victory?
Wasn't surprised. He's been there in the running all year, but good for him. I'd like to see my boy Tiger win it up, but hey, can't get everything you want. Dan? Where do we mess up tonight?
All right, well, I got nothing on the mistakes. You guys were pretty clean. Stats were pretty good. I liked hearing the Mariano Rivera stats, though. That was good to hear. Definitely a Hall of Famer in my mind. I think I'm pretty sure everybody else's as well. So it was definitely great to see that. It was a great honor for Yankee Stadium and Yankee fans as well.
All right, Adam, what are you watching this weekend?
This weekend coming up, I got the NFL on, as always, and the baseball season coming up.
Sure.
See who gets that wild card spot, but I like NFL this week.
Seattle Sounders going to clinch the MLS Western Conference. They're going to do it. Sounders, Clint Dempsey, Eddie Johnson, they're ready to go.
All right, I don't know if I can name 5 MLS teams.
Well, I just named one for you, the best one.
We talked. Go back, since we're on the golf topic.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
Evening. Stenson winning that FedEx Cup. He gets a $10 million bonus for winning that. 4 days, $10 million. What's that an hour?
He's got every golf shot's got to be like $3 million. So you drive it, that's 3. For iron, that's 3 more. But no, it's great for the golf game. When they put the Tour Championship back in, I believe it was 2007, and Tiger won the inaugural one. I think it gives the guys the drive and motivation to finish out a season and to really, work from there.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight on Oswego Sports Update. Thanks for joining us here on WTOP 10. Have a great week. Come back next week for another edition of the best Oswego sports banner around.
So for Brian Tosti, the creator of OSU, Blaze Hill and Matt Bishop, the producers, and Dan North, Adam Rupsick, and everyone else here at OSU, I'm Josh Kay, saying have a good night, Lakers. Thanks for watching.